Hello and welcome. Today, we're diving into something that's, well, absolutely crucial for our online lives, the Data Protection Board of India. This is the brand new authority set up to enforce the Digital Personal Data Protection Act. And really, what it's all about is protecting your rights. So let's get right into it. So picture this. You get that email, you know the one, that says, "We've had a security incident." Suddenly, your personal info, your name, your address, maybe even worse, is out there. It's that awful, helpless feeling, isn't it? For so long, the biggest question has been, what now? Who do you even complain to? And who's going to hold these companies accountable? Well, India finally has an answer to that question. The new Digital Personal Data Protection Act didn't just lay down the rules of the game, it also brought in a referee to make sure everyone plays fair. So let's get properly introduced to this new guardian of our digital world. So, this is it, the Data Protection Board of India, or the DPBI. Now, according to Section 18 of the Act, its job sounds simple, but it's massive. Its whole purpose is to make sure the law is actually being followed. This is the official body that will look into data breaches and make decisions on complaints from people just like you and me. And this isn't just some idea floating around. It's the law of the land. The board's creation became official, legally binding, the moment the Act was published in the Gazette of India. That gives it the full legal power to act as our data watchdog. Okay, so let's get into a slightly technical but really important point. The law calls the board a body corporate. Now, what does that actually mean? Well, think of it like a company. It's its own legal entity. It can own property, it can make contracts, and, this is the crucial part, it can sue someone and it can be sued. That independence is the key to making sure it can be a truly impartial referee. All right, so if this board has all this power, the next big question is, who's actually running the show? The Act is super specific about the kind of people who can be on this board, and it's all about ensuring they're experts who are completely impartial. And the law doesn't mess around here. The bar is set really high. We're talking about people with proven, deep experience in things like data governance, IT, the digital economy, and law. This is not a job for just anyone. You have to really know your stuff. The Act even says that at least one member has to be a legal expert, just to make sure every decision is rock solid from a legal standpoint. Now, the people on the board, including the chairperson, they're appointed for a 2-year term, but they can be reappointed. This is a pretty smart way to strike a balance, right? You get to bring in fresh eyes, but you also keep the valuable experience and continuity that's so important. Just as important as who gets on the board is who is kept off it. The Act has some really strict disqualification rules. Basically, anyone with a serious criminal record, financial conflicts of interest, or a history of abusing their power has no chance of being appointed. And this is all about one thing: building our trust in this institution. Okay, so we know who's on the team, but how is this whole thing actually going to work day to day? Let's take a peek inside the rulebook, because the Act imagines a system that's modern, efficient, and most of all, accessible. Honestly, this right here could be a total game changer. The Act says the board will work as a digital office. What that means is, from filing your complaint to getting a final decision, the whole process is meant to be online. This digital by design idea is all about making justice faster and easier to access for everyone, no matter where you live in India. So how does the board actually handle all the cases that will come its way? Well, that job falls mainly to the chairperson. They're the one who first looks at all the complaints, decides who on the board will handle which case, gives the green light for key functions, and basically keeps an eye on the entire operation. It's a really clear system built for efficiency. And just to drive home how serious their responsibilities are, Section 25 of the Act makes one thing absolutely clear. Everyone who works for the board, from the top down, is considered a public servant. Now, that's not just a fancy title. It means they are legally accountable to you, the public, and they have to meet a higher standard of conduct, just like any other government official. So we've gone through the what, the who, and the how. But let's bring it all home to the question that really matters. What does any of this actually mean for you? Here's the bottom line. The Data Protection Board of India isn't just another government committee. It's a specialized, powerful, and independent body with one single mission: to protect your digital rights. It means when your data is misused, you finally have an expert referee in your corner, ready to fight for you. So the rules are written. The referee is on the field. But the real question, the big one, is still out there. Will this new digital guardian actually succeed in making India's internet a safer place for all of us? Only time will really tell, but for the very first time, we have both the rulebook and the enforcer ready to go.
Thank you so much for watching. If you found this useful, please do hit that like button and subscribe for more explainers like this one.
Just a quick reminder, this is for educational purposes only and isn't professional legal or financial advice. Laws can change, so please do consult with a professional advisor before taking any action. This is an AI-generated video,